One of the hardest things, turn this down. One of the hardest things you as a person will have to do is be in a relationship. Relationships are difficult because you have one person that may be expecting one thing and you have another person that may be expecting one thing. Now you talk about expectations. We don't want to have expectations. But in most relationships, there are expectations because you're expecting a person potentially to behave a certain way because you behave a certain way. You're expecting them to not do a certain thing. For example, if you become friends with someone, fresh friendship, and you come to find out that, they doing a little cocaine on the side and you didn't know that cocaine was in their daily habit and you don't like cocaine. You don't want cocaine to be a part of your life. Maybe that's a conversation that you and that friend will have to have about your relationship, especially if you see it affecting, or if you don't smoke weed and your friend smokes weed. And as much as I think we act like these behaviors don't affect friendships, I think they do, because if you spend a lot of time with somebody and that somebody has some habits like smoking weed, like maybe drinking all the time, any action we do, it takes time. It's going to take some time out of our life. We only got 24 hours. Most of us spend it eight hours sleeping, maybe another 8 working, 6 to 8 working. So them outer hours, them other hours that you have to use for leisure or playing, working out, watching Netflix, watching the tube, whatever it may be, you may not want to spend that extra time smoking weed, drinking, doing cocaine, whatever the choice is. And there's the other side where when you do partake in certain behaviors, you become a certain part of yourself, a different side of yourself. And is that side of yourself or the other person what that other person wants? So it's tricky. And that's just a normal friendship, And when we're growing up, we aren't really thinking about these things because we're trying to figure out, what shirt and jeans we want to wear that our favorite artist wears. We're trying to figure out the newest hairdo that we want to have. We're not thinking that deep. We're just thinking, hey, this person, they're around, they got legs and arms like me, and we seem to have a couple things in common. So let's hang out. And then you dive a bit deeper, some years get on the relationship, and you start to realize that behavior matters, And it's deep because I think we want the best for others. And through age, I happen to be in my 30s, so I've had some friendships that have been good and they've just fizzled away because of, as J. Cole said, people are only in your life for seasons. And you start to realize that's the case in life because we all grow, we all change, our brain changes, our body changes, our actions change, and that's okay. That's okay. You got to accept it. There's an acceptance that we all have to come to terms with when it comes to relationships. And it could be family relationships that are the big ones, because those are the big ones because you're born into family. You're born into this environment. You're born into seeing what a person's behavior is, seeing a person's motivation. And the fact of the matter in life is that you are what you spend your time doing and who you spend your time with. And we're strong for sure, but shoot, Jesus even had to go into the forest for 40 days, 40 nights because he was tempted. We all have the temptations, in our life that comes. And so we all, eventually there's a point to where we all may have to find our forest to readjust, to realign, to recalibrate who we are, what we believe, who we trust, what we prefer to spend our time doing, what we prefer to spend our time talking about. Because 24 hours is quickie. It's a quickie, It's a quickie. Yeah. And when relationships don't work out, it's okay. Because it's 8 billion. It's 8 billion of us out here. And best believe you can find someone who likes to meditate, or likes to go to church, or likes to do cartwheels, or likes to do yoga, likes to play some basketball, likes to play Monopoly, likes to eat burgers, likes to drink beers. All those, if you got interest, best believe there's people out there that can feed your soul. So all in all, relationships are tough. They're constantly changing throughout life. There's constantly moments where you have to reanalyze what's important to you within the relationships, what you need in a relationship, the sacrifice you want to make. So all in all, I'm just going to say I wish you the best in your hunt for the right relationships.